First off, excited to get our first win of the season. Talked about playing 12 one-game seasons with a one-at-a-time mentality. To have the opportunity to be this excellent venue and open the season indoors against a good opponent. I think you got to tip your hat to Coach Napier and his staff. That's a good football team. Won a division this year, picked to win it again. Did some real nice things on offense, moved the ball around. But certainly excited to be 1-0. Talked to the kids last night about having a planned response to success and adversity. Certainly we had some guys go down throughout the course of the game, and there were a bunch of guys who stepped up and made big plays. Evans Wilkerson going and playing center most of the second half, with Winston Sharp going in there. Guys on defense, challenging special teams at halftime to make a play. Had a long punt return and two punts pinned at the one. But what we wanted to do offensively and strike a balance with our ability to run the ball and pass the ball successfully. I think we took a positive step in that regard. Ran for about 250, and I think we were close to 250 passing. Aside from the one turnover, protected it pretty well, so I think we were a little bit more explosive. Defensively, I think we bent, we didn't really break. And as I told the guys after the game, Jeffrey Simmons isn't coming back, Montez Sweat isn't coming back, Jonathan Abrams not coming back. We're not that defense. We need to find our own identity. We need to find a way to make plays. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not about one phase or one unit. It's about us playing together as a team. And it's going to be old school Mississippi State football. We're going to have to find a way on a weekly basis to fight, scratch, and claw like junkyard dogs and find a way to win football games. And I think we did that today. And we'll learn off it tomorrow. Start getting ready for Southern Miss.
Questions? We'll start with Garrett. Joe, Kylan Hill, nearly 200 yards, 27 carries. How big of a workhorse was he for you guys today?
I think we saw that in flashes last year. We got him healthy. He's feeling really good. Had an excellent training camp, and we talked about the possibility of a 200-yard game today, actually a pregame meal, and he fell 3 short. But he's I think he's one of the premier backs in the conference and in the country, and I think he showed that today.
Robin? Joe, could you ask something more of Tommy in his first game as a starting quarterback?
Yeah, I think Tommy came out, and like I said, I don't have the numbers, 20-30, roughly kind of in that range, almost 250. 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, no interceptions. Had the 1 fumble on the blitz there. But I texted with Tommy last night. I said, you've been working for this opportunity for your whole life and for the past few years. And I said, I want you to go out, I want you to play loose, I want you to have fun. And for a guy to come out and make his first start, have that kind of production, I was very excited for him. I think it was a good, like I said, good positive step for the rest of the year.
Ben, Coach, you said you talked to the special teams and make a play in the second half. What did you say to them? And I guess what was the reaction?
Some of it's not suitable for work, so decorum prohibits me kind of repeating exactly what I said, but I will paraphrase it. We got hit with the punt, which turned it over, and then we missed the field goal. So I said we needed to we needed to find a way to make a play on special teams. All right, and that was part of the challenge, and they came out. Malik with the long punt return and 2 punts pinned at the 1. And punt was an issue, not issue. It was an area we wanted to improve last year. We still have some substitution things we got to clean up a little bit. We'll get those things fixed, but it was good to see the special teams make a positive contribution in the second
David?
half. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, speak up with it.
You're saying they were playing tempo? Yeah, I think they were doing a little bit of that. With our depth and our youth, and I won't say inexperience, we got to work to rotate guys through there. And I think they were playing with a mix of tempo and slowing it up a little bit. So certainly when you play fast, it kind of hurts your ability to substitute. But I don't think that was a huge issue for the most part.
Joe?
Kylan, 27 carries. I think Nick only had a couple of carries. Is that kind of, and of course I think Tommy had 11 carries. Is that kind of how you like to divvy things up, that many?
Tommy had 11, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly not the 237 that we had last year for the quarterback position. Talk about getting it more in the belly of the running back. And if you remember me saying, when we throw it better, then more balls will go to the tailbacks. But no, I think we want to have, a little bit more dispersal. Some of that was part of the game. And when you're throwing it well, and you're throwing it 30 times, and it's less carries to split. But I think Nick was over 10 yards a carry at halftime. He scored a touchdown. He contributed well in pass protection on 3rd down, which I think is something he does. So Nick's carries are going to increase, but when you have a guy who's averaging close to 7 a carry and he's up near 200 yards, at a certain point you want to ride the hot hand too.
Robbie?
You got a chance to play some freshmen. Martin got in there and made a play. Some newcomers too. Fred Peters, you mentioned McQuinston. How do you feel like those guys handled their first situation out there in big time environment and get a chance to play big time college football?
I think a lot of it, we'll have to look at the tape and see exactly how they did. But and we're talking to the team after the game. I asked the guys to raise their hand if it was their first time playing in a college game, and a bunch went up. And Jarion, Martin Emerson was in there, Colin Duncan, a bunch of those true freshmen. Javonte Payton had a nice catch, had a few opportunities. So we think we've done a good job bringing some talented players in, and for them to have the opportunity to get their feet wet in a game that we earmarked as one where they would play, be green lighted. I think it was good for them to get that first experience.
Joe, when 2 offensive linemen go down, does that make your heart stop a little bit to have 2 replacements out there?
There ain't many more hairs to go gray, so we'll have to get some greasing. But no, I mean, and it sounds cliche, but we always talk about a next man in mentality. That if someone goes down, the person who replaces them is going to do as good or better of a job. I don't know that anyone could have foresaw Darryl and DP both going down. And I think you guys remember that we've kind of talked in the past about Marcus or Coach Johnson, getting guys in different positions during the course of the game and the season, and also through practice, where you have that positional flexibility. I mean, the last play of the game, Winston Sharp hasn't taken a snap at center. I don't know the entire camp, but he always works when we do quarterback center exchange during pre-practice. So for Evans to come in, and then I'm not even sure who was at the guards at that point, but yeah, I mean, certainly it's less than ideal to have your captain center and your starting left guard go down in the course of the game.
Steve, and then we'll go to the far right.
Joe, how would you characterize the play of your wide receivers today?
I think it was very positive. I mean, I don't, like I said, don't have the numbers. Osiris made a nice bunch of plays.
5 catches for 88 yards.
Sir?
5 catches for 88
5 for 88,
yards.
and you look at the slot position when you kind of combine those guys and what they did. Austin had a touchdown catch and a long one. Zuber had a nice one and then one call back. Dedrick had the screen and another one. So, the other thing I did when I addressed the offense after the team was told the guys to raise their hand if they got a touch in the game tonight. I would guess it was around the 8 to 10 range. So, then Gidry had probably 4 or 5 too. So, good positive step for a group that we challenged to step up in the past game, and I think we can build off of it.
Kind of a crazy first half. Was that, I think, first game jitters, some guys playing when they maybe weren't expected to until this week?
I think the first part.
It was a kind of a crazy first half.
Crazy?
Yeah. Do you think that was first game jitters,
Yeah.
or do you think it was guys maybe stepping up for the first time to have a play?
I think that's probably part of it. And I think you look at game ones across the country, in week 0 games, there's a little bit of that element of kind of getting on the field and playing when there's no lifeguard on duty. You know what I mean? When you're out there and it's referees and it's live and there's a crowd. So I think a certain part of it was some of the places where we're inexperienced, getting those guys out there for the first time. But I also think a lot of times you see the most improvement on a team from game 1 to game 2. So there were certainly a lot of things that happened during that first half.
Steve?
Tommy's reads, Coach, do you feel like it's from a first blush he was making the right reads today?
Yeah, there were a few that probably the ball could have gone to a different spot, but I'm on the math guy, 20 30, that's like 66%, kind of in that range. That's pretty good, right? English guy. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, he was making the right reads. I'm sure we'll look back and there'll be 2 or 3 or 4 that maybe should have gone somewhere else, but they were blitzing us off the bus. I mean, they were sending a lot of pressure, and I think our line handled it well, and we picked it up, and certainly we were able to run against it. So I think if we can get our guy throwing at 66% through the course of the year, and we always talk about kind of that 60 to 65 being the barometer, that's what we're looking for from the position.
Ben? Coach, obviously, we talked about not having Jeff or Montez, all that. What did you see maybe was struggling with the pass rush, and also on that play action, that sort of roll out to the left? It seemed like he got you a couple times. Was that kind of the same concept of what wasn't working on the pass rush, or was that something different?
I'm going to have to grade the tape because, you're trying to watch the defense, give them encouragement, corrections, and I'm also going through the offensive series. But just from, observationally, what we talked about at the beginning of the week with them doing, formation into sideline, speed sweep motions, and a bunch of window dressing, it really challenges your eye discipline. And I'm going to guess if we go back and look at it, there are going to be some eye violations where we were maybe not supposed to be, or maybe communication things where we didn't make a check on a motion. But at the end of the day, guys, Bob Shoup's one of the best defensive coordinators in the country, and he had the guys in good position, and Billy Napier is a good offensive coordinator. So we'll learn off of the things, and Bob and the staff will do a great job, and we'll be better off of it for week 2, because that was a very challenging first game with everything that they threw at us.
Coach, talk about your head comfortably, and then Raising Cajuns started to come back. What did you do to stop them from, to change the momentum of the game and then allow us icing it with the field goal?
Yeah, I think the drive where we we flipped the field, got it back, and then threw the corner out to Austin on the touchdown. I think that kind of flipped it, and then we had them pinned again, and I think they went 99, kind of got the momentum going a little bit back their way. You would have liked in that 4-minute drill to be able to punch it in for a final touchdown, but we were able to get the field goal. But just when you thought you had them on the ropes and it was close to a knockout, they kept getting back to the center ring and circling around and keeping it a fight. That's a credit to Coach Napier and his staff.
You had some short kickoffs in the first half. Were those by design, and how do you think Scott did in the second half?
I think that was part of the suggestion box for the second half. No, they weren't. There was one that was planned that went to the right sideline. That was a sky kick, but all the others were deep left. And I think we kicked and covered much better in the second half.
Robbie?
You might not know the severity of the injuries, but do you know anything just on the surface for the offensive linemen, Kylan and Marquise?
I know who they are, and I know like upper or lower body, but some of them are going to have to. I'm sure they're getting looked at by our staff now, and treatments tomorrow from 11 to 1. So we'll get an update in our staff meeting tomorrow.
Coach, Jeff Hager, WXXV. You talked about Austin Williams, and he had a really, really nice catch there that for a while was the difference in the game with 7 points. Talk about what he's doing to be like a real contributor as the wide receivers.
He had a nice catch on that corner ball there in the third quarter. And I told Austin he's got to be like our Swiss Army knife this year, where you brought some other guys in, Peyton and Zuber, and some other guys are stepping up. There's a kind of a backlog at that slot position. But Austin knows the X, he knows the Y, he knows the Z, and at any point during the game he could go in and function at all 3. And the guy, when he was called upon, got his opportunity, and I was happy because he's a great team guy, and when he gets his opportunity, he makes plays.
Anything else? All right. We'll have players spread out here.